Hello there my fellow Holotable heroes, let's play some Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I'm back with another fleet guide for you. Now I've been asked in Fleet Arena shards as well as my Discord server, how do I deal with Executor mirror matches, especially because my Executor, as you can see, is only 4-star and there are plenty of 7-star maxed out Executor Bounty Heart fleets in my arena shards. In this video I want to first explain a little bit some of the mechanics and why I think that actually slower Razor Crest is better. Generally, like slower fleet I think has an upper hand versus faster fleet. Obviously I can't speak for 7-star mirror matches because those I don't have experience with, but as you will see here in this video, with 4-star you can still pretty easily climb versus 4, 5 and 6 stars Executors, no issues there. Versus 7-star Executors I have about 50% win rate, which is I guess okay for now. So I just decided I'm not going to rush with upgrading stars there on my Executor. I'll just slowly farm it every time event comes back, because there isn't a huge benefit really of having a 7-star Executor for Fleet Arena. Now for Grand Arena there would be a benefit of having a 7-star Executor because you would be able to actually use it on offense. Like 4-star Executor in Grand Arena should not be used on offense because you won't really be able to get more than like 51, 54, maybe best case scenarios 56 banners, because as you can see these are locked reinforcements. So even though in Grand Arena you just use 2 reinforcements, because these 2 slots are not available, you don't get the benefit of using unused slots. That's why, getting high banners with low star Executor in Grand Arena is very hard. So the only benefit for me that I would really see of having a 7-star Executor is for Grand Arena. I could use it on offense for some really high banner wins, but to be honest I don't think it's worth it, at least for me. Let me know what you guys think. Alright, so first I'll cover some of the key mechanics and here explain you why the speeds are important and certain abilities, how they interact between each other, especially around Razor Crest. There is a lot going on there, and then I'll show you 4 battles in this one. So first 2 battles will be against 7-star Executors and the second battle is against 5-star Executors, and also in each of the battles you will see in one of the battles my Executor will be slower and then in another one will be faster in both cases, just that you can really see how big of a difference does it actually make when you have a slower Razor Crest to start with. Okay, so let's now have a quick look at the key ability here for the Executor. I mean, there are lots of benefits to 7-star Executor, but the key difference after the changes they made is the breach of protocol. So that's the opening ability now that AI will always use, and once maxed out at 7 stars, amongst other things, it will dispel tenacity up, and that's why going up against 7-star Executors is much harder, because 6-star and below they won't be able to dispel tenacity up on your guys, which means they won't be able to land some of the debuffs. Now, some of those debuffs can't be resisted, but for example, Razor's Crest on their special attack, you will be able to resist some debuffs there from him. So that's really the key why I think 7-star Executor is, only about 50% win rate, whereas others are pretty much 100% win rate. Now let's look at the rest of the fleet here and talk about the speeds. Now the optimal speeds that you will want is that Xanadu Blood will be faster than your Razor Crest. So what I've done was here on my Cat Bane, Hem Relic 5, yes I know it hurts my eyes as well, putting 6 dot mods over on Cat Bane, but this makes a really big benefit in climbing every day. So this bumps up Xanadu Blood up to 181 speed, and it's kind of the optimal I think here. However, what I had to do was then slow down my Razor Crest that goes straight after Xanadu Blood. So the speed of Razor Crest now is 180, which again I had to remove some of 6 dot mods from my Mando, which I do not like, but for arena purpose this is huge. Now unfortunately those of you that have a high relic Mandalorian, you will probably struggle here to get those speeds up, so you'll either have to remove some mods of Mando just for climbing in Fleet Arena, but then you won't be able to do that in GAC and TW, or you will have to bump up relic levels on your Cat Bane. Now, why you want actually Xanadu Blood to go before a Razor Crest is for the following reason, really. Because the basic attack here from Razor Crest, if enemy is breached, it will inflict mark on 2 turns which can't be evaded or resisted. So this will land 100% of the time. However, if Razor Crest is faster than Xanadu Blood, there won't be any breach yet on the enemy Razor Crest. And that's why you want your Xanadu Blood to be at least 1 speed faster, so then you can use this ability right here, where you can call target ally to assist. So that's how you will then be able to land breach and then call an assist with Razor Crest with the basic, and then apply marked on the enemy Razor Crest, and then you'll be able to use mass assist, just ignoring the taunt on Houndstooth. So that's why ideal scenario, that's how you want to little bit manipulate speeds of your guys. As well, I mean, I do not have an issue of being because my Executor is 4 stars, I do not have issue of Executor being faster than my their Xanadu Blood and Razor Crest, but obviously as you bump up the speeds, then Executor will be faster, and in that case the turn order might be slightly differently. Hence why I even think in one way having slower Executor is better, because if your Executor goes before all of your guys, it can obviously feed turn meter to enemy Houndstooth. So that's why I'm quite happy here with my 4-star Executor. I set up my turn order for these guys, and then all the battles you will see are pretty straightforward. Well, you know, except against 7-star Executors, sometimes things can complicate, but more about it later. And as the reinforcements, obviously I have only 2 available, so I'm using here Boba and IG. Okay, so with this kind of speed sequence out of the way for your fleet, let's now go into the first 7-star Executor mirror match. So just showing the speeds, because again, speeds play crucial part. So this is pretty much against a maxed out Executor Bounty Hunter fleet. So you can see all pilots relicate, which will make them faster than my guys, and actually I prefer this scenario because then enemy Razor Crest, if it's slower, it can cleanse itself off, which I'll demonstrate after this battle. But here, as you can see, maxed out fleet. Now going up against this maxed out Houndstooth, sometimes potentially you could time out, because when they do get their ultimate off, even if you survive it, sometimes you're just unable to finish off Houndstooth after the rework. Alright, so here we go. They usually always go after Razor Crest there, and this will feed their meter to your Houndstooth. So what you want to do then is put breach over Houndstooth. You don't want enemy Houndstooth to get its taunt up. And see, there you go. They have Razor Crest faster than Xanadu Blood, so they will not be able to do this, what I just showed you. When you call with Xanadu Blood, Razor Crest to an assist, and immediately land a mark on enemy Razor Crest. So now you can just ignore the taunt here, because as you can see, my Razor Crest was badly damaged. It lost all its buffs. Instead of doing the mass assist and attack, I healed up my Razor Crest, and now just continue working on the enemy Razor Crest there, because you absolutely have to keep your Razor Crest alive, because if you don't, you will struggle with landing breach. Okay, so here we go. Let's finish off the enemy Razor Crest. And now it's 4v3, but this battle is far from over, because they're so much faster than my fleet. Now we are stuck behind Houndstooth here, and I just called there an assist from Boba. Let's go after Cat Bane now, calling my Cat Bane, double tap, almost got him out. There we go, we already triggered our contract. Let's unload Seismic Charge. Alright, but still we have to burn through Houndstooth, and because this change, whenever you attack out of turn, you do 50% less damage to tanks, Bounty Hunter tanks, so sometimes it really takes a while. It can take like a minute or 2 minutes to burn through Relicate Houndstooth. So I'm just trying to get through it, not making much progress, so let's go after IG now, bring out my second reinforcement of IG, see if we can get a stun. There we go, resisted. Okay, then they go with another mass attack, but without Xanadu Blood and Razor Crest, you know, they do not have enough firepower here really. Come on, yep. Okay, so these Bounty Hunter battles here, they just drag on sometimes. way longer than, you know, other battles would. Come on, 1 hit, 2 hit, and there goes the enemy ultimate. This happens most of the times, to be honest. However, them without any bounty hunters left, you know, they can't land the breach and things like that, so you should be good to go here. Seismic charge, it's good thing about it, it ignores protection, so you're just able to finish up Houndstooth there, call Xanadu Blood for an assist, and there you go. Now let me give you a quick demonstration what happens when you go up against a 7-star Executor that has a slower Razor Crest than you if you use the same attack strategy as I showed you in the first battle. Okay, so what normally you would do, you would put their breach on Houndstooth as we did in the first battle, not to feed turn meter to it, and then call an assist here, again apply marked over there. However, what will happen now, because it's a 7-star Executor, they were able to dispel tenacity up on my guys, which means when Razor Crest gets a turn, it has a chance to land breach, and if it does that, it will cleanse off its debuffs, and then I will lose mark over on Razor Crest. But obviously, if their Razor Crest would go first before my Xanadu Blood and my Razor Crest, I do not need to worry about Razor Crest cleansing off all those debuffs. And there we go. And now obviously you can't go after any more Razor Crest as we did there. That's why, at least for me, with my fleet 4-star Executor, it is much harder to go up against fleets that have slower Razor Crest than me. So in one way, slower is better. So I'm showing you here now the fleet again with a slow Razor Crest, and just show you how you have to a little bit adjust your opening sequence so that you can survive the opening salvo for a 7-star Executor. Alright, and look at this Xanadu Blood, check the speed there as well. Again, slower than my Razor Crest and Xanadu Blood, so these ones are the trickiest for that very reason, because they can just cleanse off the mark. So here we'll do slightly different strategy. Okay, they again go after Razor Crest as always. So what I'll do here, instead of applying breach on Houndstooth, I will actually put breach over on Razor Crest. This will feed turn meter to enemy Houndstooth. Now they get to go. Obviously I can't get the Razor Crest because of the taunt. However, because we gave turn to enemy Houndstooth, they won't be able, we'll a little bit readjust their opening sequence. Let's just go after Xanadu Blood now, try to get it out. Before we can, again, let's just heal up your Razor Crest as the first move. Okay, here we go. Now they bring in their Boba. Doing damage, that's fun. I'm going to leave Boba alone because it will be counter-attacking. Again, keep pushing through, keep going after Xanadu Blood here. And I will now bring in my Boba as well. And because we got target lock over Xanadu Blood, we're able to take it out. And that's the difference here. Instead of going after Razor Crest to begin with, because they were both slower, I wouldn't be able to go after Razor Crest, so just instead I decided to go after Xanadu Blood. And that's really kind of the difference that you have to adjust when you're going up against slower Razor Crest and slower Xanadu Blood, because not everybody will have them maxed out. But I prefer to go up against maxed out fleets. There we go, Mass Assist took care of them already. I've got my contract even triggered. Unload Seismic Charge. However, we still have to worry about the Houndstooth there, getting through it. Now they got their contract off as well. I'm stuck now behind Houndstooth. I feel until we can get it out. They're going after Xanadu Blood now, okay. Alright, let's call an assist here, finish off the Razor Crest. Alright, bring in my second and final reinforcement, see if we can get a stun. No, they resisted, and here comes their ultimate now. But again, you know, I've got all my bounty hunter ships still standing, so even though things don't look too good right now, we should be able to finish over. But I'm just going to speed up this footage because this can really drag on for a minute and a half, sometimes 2 minutes, just because of all the healing and everything. Okay, they bring Invader, doesn't matter. I'm just going to use basic here because Executor on the next ability will heal up a Houndstooth. So instead I'm just focusing down on Vader. And now I will unload Seismic Charge, because if I would have used Seismic Charge one turn before, you know, they would just heal up their Houndstooth all the way back to 100% protection health, and you would probably time out. So you just have to pay a little bit attention in these ones that they drag on to make sure that you save your seismic charge for after they use the big healing ability, and then just again, boom, there we go, finished off as well here. Alright, so with 7-star Executor matches out of the way, now let's have a look at 2 5-star Executor mirror matches. And these ones are a lot more straightforward, just because, as mentioned before, they are not able to dispel tenacity up on your guys, and then it doesn't really matter so much the fact that, you know, their enemy Razor Crest is slower. However, I find still those ones where they are faster a bit easier, but at least if they are slower, Razor Crest won't be able to dispel debuffs from itself. But you know, you'll see how it goes. Just showing you the speeds again, because speeds play a huge part in these Executor mirror matches, unfortunately. I know we were all bored with Negotiator meta, but oh boy, at least their speeds were not like so important. There were other tricks to get around speeds, whereas here with Executor, obviously I can't speak for 7-star Executor mirror matches, but for lower stars mirror matches, you know, speeds are really important. Otherwise, opening sequence, same as before. You want your Xanadu Blood to call Razor Crest for an assist, so you can get a mark right off the bat on enemy Razor Crest, and then you can just pound it really without any issues here. So as you can see, much more straightforward. As the first ability, you can just use the mass attack there. You don't need to, you know, do the heal as versus 7-star Executors. So you know, that's pretty much it here. Once you get the Razor Crest out, it's just really straightforward match, because without Razor Crest, they're unable to land Breach on your guys whenever they use special abilities, and then you've got, you know, advantage there when it comes to that. As well, you know, bringing in Boba as your first reinforcement is huge, because he's got Retribution, he'll be counter-attacking, applying target locks, and then trigger a contract, as you've seen there, very quickly. So once Cat Bane comes out, Xanadu Blood, you just want to mark it and go all out on there. Here we can just heal up Boba there, because Razor Crest didn't exhaust its first life yet, you know, still got that buff on. Let's unload Seismic Charge now. There we go. However, all that protection here on Bosk. See if we can land buff immunity. No buff immunity, unfortunately. There we go. They bring in their Boba. Again, I'm speeding up footage because this drags on for another minute or so. And, you know, we pretty much got the upper hand here. They didn't get their contract even yet. So no need here really to say. It's really just that opening starting sequence again, showing you the benefit of having Xanadu Blood faster than your Razor Crest. Okay, there we go, finished. Alright, let's do another 5-star Executor, a mirror match here. But here they will be slower than me, so just want to show you a little bit the difference, how those go if they are slower than you, just that you can see the difference. But you know, it doesn't make as much difference as 7-star Executor, just because they can't dispel tenacity up from your guys. So yeah, 7-star Executors are definitely a handful to deal with, but there are ways, even with if you do have lower star Executors. Again, win rate for me is about 50%, because sometimes, especially as a bit of RNG, like if their Xanadu Blood keeps getting double taps and your Xanadu Blood doesn't, because there is 65% chance for a double tap, can really go wrong very quickly. But anyways, now we start first, and now going after Razor Crest. Again, calling here our Razor Crest, get a mark on, and because we went first, we fed Thermeter to their Houndstooth. So that's kind of the difference in opening sequence here. But still, it's not a 7-star Executor, so it doesn't really matter as much as with 7 stars. Now we got mark on their Razor Crest, so whenever we do get a turn here in a moment, we should be able to unload a big attack on the Razor Crest. There we go, everybody, boom. Alright, the Razor Crest is already gone. So once you take again Razor Crest out, from here on out, you know, it's just a slugfest really, because Houndstooth is so tanky. And then they have the healing ability and everything, but it should be straightforward here from here on out. Again, I always bring in Boba just because of that Retribution. You can get some nice counter attacks, which helps you get more target locks, unless they dodge like there. Now Xanadu Blood, whenever it's in stealth, you know, you go after IG with Razor Crest, because you can ignore taunts. There we go, contract triggered. Getting more counterattacks here, another counterattack. Alright, there we go. Now they're healing up. They just use their heal ability, so we can just go ahead, use Seismic Charge, which triggered a taunt. Here, probably just want to heal up Bobas again. There we go. And take out Xanadu Blood when we can. Or here, actually, I decided to apply buff immunity on Houndstooth. And I was successful, so we can hopefully take it out before they heal it. Yep, there we go. So in those cases, yeah, you know, you could. I had a chance there. They just used up their heal, so that in this case, I decided to actually finish off Houndstooth if I can. All right, there we go. Just finish off AoE there. Boom, boom. They do another attack, and this is pretty much over now. One more hit, and boom. And there you go, guys. That's how I'm climbing every day in Arena with my 4-star Executor versus, you know, 5, 6, 7-star Executors. To be honest, I don't see anybody else having a 4-star Executor, so it looks like I'm the only one that pretty much doesn't have enough crystals to do any sort of refreshing to get my Executor to 5-star the first time around. Usually I was thinking, you know, to keep pushing through, try to get it to 5-star next time, but you know, after doing all this extensive testing now in Arena, I don't really see the whole benefit, so I'll just slowly keep working on my Executor, and I'll get there, you know, in a year's time or so. But until then, I'll be doing what I just showed you in this video, so I hope you find this video useful. Let me know in the comments below or on my Discord server, but until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.